Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming with another deck profile. This is gonna be the updated version of the Kaido deck after the film Structure Deck or Structure Deck 5 came out. I played this weekend and I went 5-0 at my locals. I play against 2 mirror match, 1 Soda Rush, 1 Luffy, and 1 Doflamingo. And again, I went undefeated. So I just wanted to show you how I play it in case you're interested in making some changes or just have an idea on how to play Kaido. So without further ado, let's get into the video. As usual, I'm gonna start with the lower cost. So I'm playing 4 cost 2 Black Marias, 4 cost 2 Higarushi, and the new addition 2 cost 2 ends. I would honestly play more, but this one doesn't have a counter like the others, so it's just an early blocker. Having early blockers, it's really good, especially against like Soda Rush and even Luffy that can have, attack you a lot early on. So having protection for your life is really important. So those are the level 2s. Let's move on. For level 3s, I'm playing for Sasaki, mostly for the 2000 counter. The effect when it's on the field is, honestly, I don't use it as much. I would just rather have it as a counter. And arguably, and in my opinion, one of the best cards in the deck, Who's Who. This card has helped me so much. It's just really awesome getting rid of either blockers or like Soda Rush, Bonnie, anything that is cost 3 or lower is just gone with this card, and it has the added effect that it's a trigger from your life point, so you can play it from there. So just really good card. Honestly, if I could play more, I would. I think this is one of the best cards in this deck. Now for cost 4, I'm playing 2 ultis for the 2000 counter. I don't use her effect either. And the new addition is gonna be 4 copies of the Structure Deck Uta. Uta is gonna come to replace the 4 cost Black Maria, and it has a really good effect. It's very situational though, because it's very easy to go around it. But if your opponent has already has already several monsters on the field, it can basically protect you 2 times, because on block you can down -1 and rest one of your opponent's characters with cost 5 or less. So technically you can avoid 2 attacks, the one you block and the other that you rest. Pretty good card. Okay, and to finish off with the blockers and the counters, I'm playing 4 5 cost Queen and 4 5 cost X-Drake. So with these queens, we're gonna have a total of 18 blockers in the deck. So we're gonna protect ourselves as much as possible so we can buy time to have enough duns to play our big monsters. And same with the counters. With counters, I believe we're playing 10. The Sasakis, the 2 ultis, and these 4. So 10 2000 counters plus 18 blockers. It's a lot of early protection. Okay, now for the big monsters, I'm playing 3 cost 6 Kins and 2 of the cost 7 Kins as well. I was playing 4 of the 6 costs, but honestly I was seeing it too often, so I cut it down to 1, and I think it's gonna be a better number. Then for cost 9, I'm technically playing 2 Kaido Rush, and I added Douglas Bullet. It also comes in the film starter deck. If you don't want to play it, that's fine. You can just add a 3rd copy of the Rush. But this card is really good because once per turn you can down -4 and rest up to 2 characters with a cost 6 or less. So we can rest even big blockers like the Law, or blockers against Doflamingo, and then go for game with 10,000 attack plus your leader, and if you have any other monsters on the field. It came up only once, and the other times I had it in my hand. If I had this, it wouldn't made any difference. So the only time that I played it, it worked. But I honestly need to try it a little bit more. So this is just a suggestion. If you wanna change it, you can play the 3 copies of this. And finally, for monsters, it's gonna be the 3 copies of the big Kaido. This card is just stupidly good, especially against like Duffy or Kid or even Soda Rush if they already have like a lot of monsters on the field. You just get rid of all that. Just be careful when you play, because especially if you're against like Soda Rush, you're not gonna have anything to defend yourself on the field. So if you're short in life and you're playing this and your opponent maybe gets a Soda Rush and a Luffy, they can go for game. So make sure you have some sort of protections, like at least some 2-3 counters in your hand, so you can block at least 1 or 2 attacks after playing it. That was it for the monsters. Now let's go for the events. Okay, for the events, I play 2 Blast Breath, 1 Thunder Bawa, and obviously the card that we want to see in our opening hand 100% of the times, Onigashima. Playing without this card is possible, but if honestly it's like an uphill battle, so you want to see this card in your opening hand as much as you can. Most of the times, even if I have a decent hand but I don't have this, I will mulligan for a chance to get it. And these 3 events, if you prefer one or the other, well, these 2 events, it's 3 in total. If you prefer one of the other, that's fine. I was testing, I usually play Thunder Bawa instead of Blast Breath, but this one it costs 1 Dawn, so you need to have like less resources. But the downside is that it costs 1 Dawn and then you get a Dawn -1, which sometimes is not a good idea. And Thunder Bawa, it costs 2, but you don't need to Dawn minus anything. And even if you have 2 lives or less, it actually adds you 1 Dawn, and it has a trigger effect. So I think I will add a second Thunder Bawa and just leave 1 Blast Breath going forward. But that was my updated version of the deck profile. As I mentioned, I went 5-0 on my locals. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.